Welcome back to my podcast, Navigating Life in Spirit. This podcast covers mental, emotional, spiritual matters, and all that jazz. Hola, my name is Hilary Malefe, a life enthusiast and a sister in spirit. I will be sharing my takeouts from everyday life by covering an array of topics, my view on them, and how I've handled them. I am by no means an expert or a professional on the topics. This is solely a personal journey that I will be sharing with you. What does it truly mean being a chosen one? Chosen ones are known to be the black sheep of the family, that person who's constantly in their own world, that person who literally thinks, sees, and does everything the other way around, the one who challenges things that most want hidden or left as is. In the spiritual circles, they speak a lot on the characteristics of a chosen one, etc. They speak about drastic tragedies that usually take place in a chosen one's life. It wasn't until I really sat down with my wounded self and probed. What immediately came up was how most of my life was a blur. That was my first tell. When you're a child and less exposed, you don't know the terms used for trauma, for injustices, big or small, that happen. We grow up thinking that the things we go through are normal. There are levels to the spiritual awakening that take place in one's life. For someone who was going to face the darkest of things, I was quite thrilled. What I didn't realize, though, is that this was nothing new. I've been here before, but this time it felt and looked different. I remember having a conversation about how grateful I was for being a chosen one. I felt proud to be the chosen of my family, the one that was going to change things. I even developed a hero complex, not understanding what that meant and what came with it. I soon learned that's not how things were going to work, that it required much to grasp what being chosen is and stands for. Nevertheless, I took on the challenge. I started questioning life, my role in this world, etc. I've always felt different, but didn't know how or why. I used to, as I still do, almost view myself from an outsider's point of view. Picture a soul leaving the body and watch as a spectator. That's how I view my life at times, to understand. There were moments of the years I would question my stance in life, and strangely enough, I would have sound reasons. I didn't know the lingo then, but I would basically psychoanalyze myself. Upon reflection, I was on point with my findings, but due to lack of mental and spiritual resources and the courage, I would subject myself to the very things that my soul didn't agree with. The assignments of being a chosen one vary. Some are familial, others are for the universe. When assigned, or rather when you choose the assignment, it is because there are certain elements that align with your purpose that qualify you to take them on. It may seem like healing generational curses or being a vessel is a punishment of sorts, but you knew of this beforehand. It feels differently when you're earthbound. Our memories are almost erased when we make the transition to earth. This is where being a chosen one requires you to put in the work back to remembrance. You are never alone in this journey. You have a team that is beside you, guiding you to go back to your true self. The load you have may seem heavy, but what you don't realize is that you have the capacity to carry it. It won't feel that way, but your positioning in life and the timing of that load is right on time. What's coming up in this season is the existence of cycles and how the ones that came before us are recruiting their specific people to suit up. It is the brave that is needed for these tasks. It requires much work to bust the myths and break the bonds to heal from all things of the past. Chosen ones is a generic term. We are alchemists, teachers, healers, guides, etc. We are here to enlighten. My journey of being a chosen one has been so rewarding for the most part. I have felt much joy. I have had to alchemize pain into something I can repurpose for the betterment of humankind from a young age with very little knowing. It makes so much sense now. It is said that when we choose to reincarnate back here on earth, we choose a family and basically the life that we wish to live. Now this is fully driven by your purpose. It is of great importance that we recognize what comes with being chosen and the dark times that we face. Many won't understand the need to isolate. They will take it personally. But it is vital that you understand what needs to happen for you to be at your optimal. There are challenges that we already face with being earthbound and the callings. Therefore, it is crucial that we don't get distracted with things that are not aligning or aligned to our purpose. Although many would argue that they didn't choose this life, you did. The path and you chose each other. I will end with this. Even through the darkest of times, I know for sure without a doubt in my mind that we grow through darkness, that we need to experience the darkness to appreciate the importance of light and how important it is that it is spread. Nothing happens by chance. There's no punishment that you're going through by being in the dark era. It is much needed as the light. Balance is what drives the universe. You cannot put light on a pedestal and ignore the dark. Each one needs the other. Nothing is permanent except that you are here to serve a purpose you agreed to. How that looks and feels is carried out in various ways depending on how it is received and approached, whether it be the delays, the resistance to waking up to yourself, or the weight you carry as the chosen one. Here are some affirmations. I am an alchemist. I feel peace that I make a difference to all around me. I do everything from a place of love and light. I love that I have bountiful love within me that allows me to experience love from others. I honor my purpose. I see it, I feel it, I know it. No one can do what you do. Your light cannot be replicated. You are literally one in a million. So embrace your position in this universe, rise to yourself, rise to the divine within you, and put in the work. You are needed, you are wanted, and most importantly, you are loved. This is your sister in spirit, wishing you Khanya.